So Call of Duty has not been making its community happy. There's been a lot of things that Call of Duty has been doing with Modern Warfare 2 that has left the community with a very salty taste in their mouth. Now this one hurts. I've played Call of Duty for so many years, so long, I cannot tell you how deeply I love Call of Duty, whether I'm playing it or not. I'm seeing a lot of my favorite YouTubers that I grew up watching play Call of Duty, giving their opinions on what's going on, and they're not happy. And I'm not happy about it either. On top of all the changes that they made that makes Call of Duty not feel like Call of Duty, it's really hurtful to see what's going on in the community. It does not feel like Activision and Infinity Ward are listening. It does not feel like their core audience, the ones that have been playing for years, the one that really built up this community and helped them build up this community, are not happy. They've been talking about things like DMZ being pay to win, challenges, server issues, post-launch content, and these are all very viable reasons to not be happy with Call of Duty. And I'm glad that they're being vocal about it. I can't stress enough how hurtful it is to see the community unhappy of a game that I love so much. But I haven't been happy with Modern Warfare 2 either. And that ish bothers me so much. Now my issue, they're a lot similar to what we've been seeing on YouTube and Twitter and things of that nature, but I also have some other issues that I don't feel like are addressed enough. I'm just gonna get right into it because I'm very heated right now. So my first issue with Modern Warfare 2 is definitely the movement. Now that one is very clear. It's very slow. And I've had this problem before, the whole XDefiant beta thing going on. It's become more prominent in the community, and playing XDefiant that really felt like an old school Call of Duty. It just makes you reminisce. It makes you really think about how Call of Duty used to be. Seeing old clips pop up of how we used to play Call of Duty, the movement that we had, the crazy shit that we was able to do. It's so reminiscent. I honestly miss it so much. The movement really kills that. I'm not even talking about slide canceling. I'm talking about just running speed, the camera movement, ADS time, reload canceling, things like that. There was a time in the Black Ops 2 to about Infinite Warfare, not even, from Black Ops 2 to like World War 2, where they made sure you always had your gun up. And that was the fun thing about Call of Duty. It was fast, it was snappy, it was arcade-like. That's why we loved Call of Duty. That's not there anymore. I'm gonna keep it a buck stack 100 with everybody. When they announced Modern Warfare 2 and they did the whole multiplayer showcase thing, I was on board. I was on board with the perk system, the progression system, all them things. Yo, I couldn't be more wrong about that. The perk system really creates something horrible. On top of Ghost not being traditional Ghost and Dead Silent not being a perk, ooh, when I think about that, like, I really get so mad. Like, it was such a universal thing that the community really wanted, but Infinity Ward and Activision were like, nah, we're not giving y'all that. Woo! But why are the perks not traditional perks? I understand you want to keep things fresh, but at this point, classic Call of Duty has been out for about 10 years now. The last game that was universally loved was Black Ops 2. That game came out in 2012. It's been 11 years. If they want to do something different, they can go back to classic COD because that'll be different from what we had lately. Having these perks on a timer like their abilities really disrupts the flow. It really disrupts your playstyle because it has to change mid-game because you're just getting these abilities, you're just getting these perks, you're just getting a way to play differently instead of doing that from right out the gate. Now the next thing that I'm going to talk about is progression. They got rid of prestige mode. No one asked for that. I really don't know. Everyone loved prestige mode. There was like a minority that was like, oh, why am I going to prestige? And that was fine. But I feel like the majority does not like the seasonal progression system. I don't understand the point of that one either. You're gonna level up to then max level again it's the same thing, but they're putting you on a timer and just putting your level higher rather than really giving you prestige rewards and these really cool emblems and calling cards and things like that to really show off what you did, how well you're doing. And I know there's something to say, oh, it just shows how long you've been playing. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. Because one, I feel like the time that you put into the game really does translate to how well you're gonna do. But also, if the game comes out in 1 week and I see prestige is key, is max prestige already, I know that man is not someone that I should be fucking with. Let's be real. The quicker that you hit those max prestiges, that you get these rewards, that you're able to really show off your grind, was the way that you knew that man is not to be fucked with. If he's not on my team, then I'm fucking leaving. Excuse my French. But I'm really passionate about this one. Old school Call of Duty really had everybody in its grips. Whether franchise fatigue kicked in or not, there were still new players coming in every day, and now they're catering to the new players and they still won't, especially 11 years later where we could go back to what we all loved and now it's something fresh. There's a whole new generation that really didn't experience these games in its heyday. The way that Gunsmith is really hurts the way that the game plays as well. Every attachment attachment really causing something detrimental to your gun? I mean, Call of Duty has never done that. The only attachment that I can remember that really had anything detrimental to your gun was putting a suppressor on, lowering range. And that was like standard across the board in terms of video games. Every attachment making your gun ADS lower, which makes sense. In the realistic world, the real world, it makes sense. But Call of Duty has never been one of those games. Call of Duty still really isn't one of those games. It's not a milsim. It's still an arcade shooter. But they're slowing it down so much that it's almost losing its identity. Now, I'm going to get into my main gripe with this game right now. Aside from SBMM, which everyone has an issue with, the progression in this game. If you want to be really realistic about the progression in this game, levels don't mean anything. Leveling up only gets you these calling cards and emblems nowadays, and it only gets you so much. Everything is done through challenges. Back in the day, leveling up got you weapons. It got you really nice calling cards, everything. Unlocking weapons through this whole weapon tree platform thing, it doesn't work. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you look at one of my older videos, you'll hear me praising the system. I'm like, I was one of those people saying it's gonna bring variety, it's gonna help a lot of people, it's gonna change the game up, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Dude, I had no fun trying to level up my weapon. I still haven't. I haven't played this game in about 2 months. Hence the title. That's part of the progression. My KD will suffer because I have to use a marksman rifle, which I don't like using marksman rifles. I don't enjoy using marksman rifles. I don't know how to play with a marksman rifle. It has nothing to do with aim, but my playstyle is very different than others. So why can't I continue my playstyle, that one that I enjoy, so I could finally unlock freaking meta weapon SMG number 32 over there and then start cooking? It doesn't make the game fun. I wish that that progression wasn't there. And that was my main gripe with this game. It made playing in the beginning feel like a lot of work. Dude, I work 40 to 50 freaking hours a week, man. Like, I don't need to come back and try to grind a game that feels like more work. I'm gonna hop on Valorant and play freaking unrated or whatever the hell that's gonna give me more enjoyment because it doesn't feel like work. Now, if they wanted to switch it up, they could do unlocks via challenges and make those challenges more natural, but they didn't do that either. You had to play with that weapon. Not for nothing, you'd have to play with that weapon and then unlock attachments to put on those weapons. That was like the most complicated. Like, I tried explaining this thing to a couple of my friends on how you unlock weapons and whatnot. Dog, it hurt my brain. And last but not least, now I'm gonna be straight up with everyone on this. I had no problems with supply drops. I had no problem with loot boxes. I don't even have a problem with the battle pass. What I do have a problem with are operators. I don't hear this one being talked about enough. Operators have almost no business being in Call of Duty, and I'm gonna be straight up with it. I love Call of Duty. I want what's best for it, but operators are there to fluff the battle pass, and I'm gonna stand by that. You could come at me all you want. I'm gonna stand by the fact that operators are just there to fluff the battle pass. And if you don't agree with me, I'll ask you this: what will be the difference of me having a create a soldier menu like they did in Black Ops 1, like they did in Call of Duty Ghost, like they did in Advanced Warfare, which had a really good create a soldier system? What's the difference of putting in a battle pass and having a skin so that I could use? Make me Frank Woods, make me Soap, instead of putting as another operator, which you're only going to use one per game, one of two. Now you have these different skins for these different operators or earning these. Just make them skins. And I know that they want to do it by factions, and that's part of the reason for each factions have different soldiers, but you could always rework the skin. I feel like it'll be more rewarding. And if they want to fluff it with helmets, fluff it with bulletproof vests, fluff it with pants, things like that. At least the character, at least the soldier will feel like mine. At least if I hit prestige, you could give me some gold pants that I could run around blinding everybody with from the sun. I don't enjoy the operator system. I don't enjoy the fact that there's different skins for operators and things of that nature, that if I choose to use a specific operator and then I'm earning a skin for one that I don't, then I'm out of luck. If you allow me to earn different armor pieces for my soldier, then at least I know that it can go somewhere. That's just my opinion. I really don't enjoy the operator system. I don't really see the point in that. I'd rather it be a creative soldier system. But essentially, those are my issues with Modern Warfare 2. The game didn't feel fun for a while for me now. I stopped playing the game in about December, and I haven't touched it. It hasn't been updated. It's just sitting on my computer. And I did not want this to be like, and this isn't a Call of Duty is shit video. No, I love Call of Duty. Call of Duty has many fans, but Call of Duty doesn't feel like Call of Duty anymore. And sorry for the super serious video, but with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it this far, thank you guys for hearing me out and sticking through with it. If you guys agree or don't agree, let me know in the comments what you think. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I would love to have a community and really just share your thoughts on video games, on all things FPS, because I'm a big FPS guy. So I hope to see you guys again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.